If you do not have satisfied customers, you are absolutely going to get left behind. Providing your clients with what they want, when and how they want it needs to be a priority for your business. Our guest today has tips to help you improve your customer service efforts before, during, and even after a transaction. Andrew Schrage is the co-owner of MoneyCrashers.com, a personal finance website dedicated to educating its readers about better ways to save, spend, and invest their money. So good to see you.
It's great to be back, JJ.
So you get a customer. It takes a lot of time and money to get a customer. You better make sure that they are happy once they work with you. Most important, right? Okay, so you talk about getting to know everything you can about them. What do you mean?
Yeah, one of the most important aspects is your customer, and too often business owners are focused on their product or their service, but not enough on the customer service experience, which is really what's going to keep that customer coming back. So you need to talk to a few different groups of people. Talk to your long-term repeat customers, find out what you're doing well, what keeps them coming back when they could be going to a competitor. And then there's two other groups you want to look at. Your past customers who are no longer doing business with you, and your target demographic customers who might currently be doing business with your competitors. Ask them, what can you do better? What voids do you need to fill in your customer service experience? And even ask, what are your competitors doing well that maybe you could bring into your business to attract those customers? And
you talk about eliciting this feedback often. Do you literally mean calling people up and asking them, or do you mean sending surveys? How would you get at this information?
All of the above. I think business owners make it too complex sometimes, and I say just ask however you want to do it. You can email them, you can use online polls or surveys, you can take more of a grassroots approach. Talk to your customers walking in and out of your door. Go out on the street, find people that fit your target demographic, ask what you can do to get their business. One thing I do is, as an online publication at Money Crashers, anyone that unsubscribes, I personally email, I ask them why they unsubscribed and what can we do to improve the site.
Do you annoy people or no?
I'm sure some people get annoyed, but I think they appreciate it. And actually, a lot of the unsubscribers will resubscribe when they see that I'm invested in each and every one of them. I care about their experience on our site. And
or maybe you can direct them somewhere. We just say, oh, you were looking for that. We actually have that. You just didn't see it before.
Exactly.
Let me show it to you now. Okay, but you talk about then taking all of these results, creating a strategy, and implementing them. One of the problems, though, is you might hear from somebody, I desperately need this, or I really need this. You have to take it in aggregate, right?
Right. So there's a strategy you need to use to tackle the various issues. So I recommend kind of a triage list that you'll want to set up of the top 5 complaints and suggestions you get from your customers. So I'd say start off by ranking them by volume of number of complaints, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you've got to take an approach where you analyze 2 aspects of these issues. One being the financial cost to address that issue, and the other being how much time will need to be invested to adequately address that feedback. And what you'll find is something interesting. You might actually start with points 3, 4, and 5 because those might be the quickest and easiest fixes. Right? And then you might move to 1 and 2 because that might require the largest percentage of your budget, or maybe it will take months or years to fully address those issues.
I think also to look at, these people say they want this, we get complaints about it all the time, but is this keeping them from using the site, right? So is it as important as people say it is, even if I hear it all the time? Yep,
exactly. You really need to communicate with your customers. It's too often overlooked by business owners, and by doing this, you're going to find great elements, great strategies that you can use to grow your customer base and improve the chance for long-term success of your company.
Okay, and then finally, reward your employees. So people who discover things, reward your employees. So they're always looking out for the customer.
Right. It's not enough for just you to care about customer service. You need to instill those values in your employees. So start off with little rewards or incentives. Maybe that's a certificate, a coffee, maybe take them out to lunch, maybe a certificate or picture of your best employees from the prior month. Maybe it's a little more tangible, a year-end bonus or a salary raise for the following year, directly correlated with how they performed in customer service in the previous year.
All right, well, Andrew, thank you for stopping by. You write about small businesses, you have a small business, so practice what you preach. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, JJ.